Hello, human beings from the den of this fucking alien being on this planet. Well, aren't we all the aliens? Most of us are, right? Well, physically, we were not born here. Excuse me. However, the caterpillar turns into a butterfly at some point, right? Is that the 21st century prophecy, right? That the human beings are finally going to evolve into something else. Well, and what is that going to be, sir? The zillion dollar question. Dollars in terms of the human currency, right? At some point in time in history on this planet, the precious metals were the form of our trade, right? Are the objects, are the commodities, are the crops, you know, the surplus grain. What I think we are going to become is we are going to become what we want to be in our essence. And what the hell is that, sir? In our essence, what are we? This body and flesh and walking upright monkey? Well, that's what we are still in our physical being, but what are we in our essence? Are we like the fucking angels trying to live a human life on this goddamn planet? Even that begs the question, how did that happen? When you were being born, at the advent of your birth, when you're coming out of your mother's birth canal, Did something happen that at that point in fucking time, some alien being actually somehow does something that your body is not only is born, but in association with that body, your archetype. Is that the right word? I'm not trying to be Carl Jung here, talking about archetypes, but is that what actually happens when you're born and then you're given some sort of a stamp by these fucking aliens? This is who you are going to be, sir. This is your essence, or man, for that matter. This is what you're going to actually evolve into. Is that what it is? Now that begs the question of destiny versus free fucking will, right? So that means that some angel from another dimension actually said, here you go, you know, here you go, Mr. or Miss, or, depending on your genitalia, right? When you're born. Okay, here you go, Miss or Mr. I'm not going to get into that fucking whole gender conversation. Let's just keep it simple. So is that the whole idea behind us trying to live a human life? Because we, in essence, are not humans. When I say we're not humans, means are we some sort of like these beings from some other fucking dimension who were assigned to a human body at the advent of its creation? Is the Genesis? Well, I think Genesis is true because I'm not talking about the Genesis from the Bible or the Quran or no. Genesis occurs at the birth of every person on this fucking planet. All right? Because what I see and what I have experienced so far, what I'm experienced, it's my own experience. I'm not living your experience. I'm not living her or his experience. It's my experience. That means if I exist here, then this world exists. If I don't exist, then this world doesn't exist. Make sense? So, where am I going with this? Let's assume for a second that we actually are some beings from other dimension, that were given some sort of a manual, and the basic, you know, tools to survive, to live a human life within a human body, within the structure of a human body. Are we then going to rediscover ourselves within this body, and then what? Are going are we going to find out who we are actually? Or is that the butterfly that the human body is trying to create using the seed from the aliens, from that other fucking dimension? The seed that was seeded into each of us, each of us, at the advent of our birth by the fucking aliens. And that seed somehow becomes a tree. Right? In our case, I guess that seed in the other dimensional language, which cannot be defined. So, to define it and to dumb it down into a human linguistic tool, such as English, it means that we were seeded to be some sort of an advanced monkey in terms of our body. But that seed within our body is actually not the physical monkey body we are. So, what is that seed, sir? What is it that seed that was seeded to us at the advent of our birth? Where is it going to take us? Well, death, for one thing, right? Well, death is our physical death, right? However, I think very well that this seed is trying to tell us before your physical body comes to an end, for whatever the fuck reason, right? You could die in a fucking plane crash or in a car accident, whatever the fuck it is. Before that happens, maybe you want to figure the fuck out about this world, not the world, about yourself. See that about yourself. Well, that's the fucking gazillion human currency question, right? So, how you find out where this seed wants to take us? The seed that was stamped onto us, or however, I can't even fucking explain this. Excuse me. At the advent of our birth or at our creation. And just as a prelude to what I'm trying to say is that before I was born, nothing existed. No, well, is that some sort of a fallacy or improphecy, sir? Well, no, it's the truth. The truth is that if I'm not here, if I wasn't here, how the fuck would I know what was 1900? Or what the fuck happened in 1900? Or what the fuck happened in 19 whatever? Right? So the point I'm trying to make is that it's a creation. The Genesis is an individual experience for every one of us. Now, for a second, leave your monkey brain and your monkey thoughts aside for for a moment. I mean, think this through. Means when I say monkey side means you are logical, so-called logical. I get it. I get it. You needed that to survive, to have sex and to propagate more animals, right? More advanced form of monkeys onto this planet who would use their hands to make tools up to a point of computers. And I get that part. Set that aside for a second. Set that aside for a second and try to figure out, you know, who the fuck are you? That is the question that every human being from the dawn of fucking apes, through whatever means before they die, have been trying to understand and figure the fuck out through whatever means meditation. Well, maybe they have, or through other means, such as psychedelic medicine. I call it the medicine. I don't call them the drugs. All right. I sort of agree with Terence McKenna that those are the foods of the gods. All right. You can't take those foods to go into a rave party and just maybe you can, but what are we at the end of the day? At the end of the the biological phylum of our existence, which is we come from monkeys and whatever, chimpanzees, right? We know all that, and it's all free, has been figured out. All right, it all has been figured out. But I'm talking about something beyond, and that beyond is the other world, or realm, or dimension, whatever you call it, and that is the alternate reality. Is that the alternate reality, or is that the reality where we came from? Is that the realm we came from at the Genesis? And, and that's the realm. Once we figure out that, oh, wait a minute, there's gotta be some fucking other reality to this fucking three-dimensional space and time where we're just fucking sitting on a rock that floats in this fucking vast space around another fucking rock. So what the fuck is this? You get it? Oh, why, this was created by someone and, you gotta accept it. Maybe you don't know a lot of answers. Well, I'm not talking about the fucking physical universe. I beat the topic to death. Listen to my last podcast. I'm sorry. All right? I'm not. I'm not entertaining that on this podcast because if you ask me if this fucking world, and I said this somewhere on fucking Twitter, where people are so fucking hype about the aliens. You think people are actually hyped about the fucking chat GPT and AI? No, 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 no. Our existential hype is about extraterrestrials. Always. Right? Chat GPT, AI? No. That's our own creation. No matter how fucked up it might end up. All right? Now, let's stay the course, sir. And the course is, so where's that other dimension? Where's that fucking other dimension, other realm where we have come from? Where we have to actually, we have to actually turn ourselves inside out. Means bring our true self. Means I'm not talking about your fucking anger out or your fucking sexual desires out or your fucking whatever emotions. Yeah, I'm not talking about that. Yeah, you could do that too. But what I'm talking about is who the fuck we are in our essence. Are we some sort of nascent creation, not an experiment? Because this is not an experiment by the fucking aliens from another dimension. I'm not talking about that. We could just be the children. We could just be the children of some sort of these beings from another fucking dimension. And how could we be the fucking children of those beings, sir? Well, I told you because like me, you probably feel most likely feel that what you are waking up every fucking morning, breakfast, coffee with your significant other, whatever, sex, food. Is that all we are? I don't think so. I think in our essence we are more, and that more is what I'm talking about on this fucking podcast. And so, then how the fuck do we figure out? I'm not talking about a fucking escape plan from the show like the new show like this. I don't want to fucking talk about shows and TV and fuck all that. What I'm trying to say is that if we infect our more than our body, then there's got to be some other fucking reality there. We got to find the fuck out. Well, you don't find that, sir, through guns and roses. Maybe with roses. However, guns, no. How are you gonna do that, sir? Okay, you're gonna fucking like you're gonna get into that other dimension, take some fucking psychedelics, and then turn that into some sort of a game. No, that's not how it works. We have to figure out, you know how people, I understand, what's the ultimate for all of us? You know, people claim to be messiahs, people claim to be prophets, people claim to be whatever, right? People claim to be, well, we got new prophets now with a lot of fucking money in their pocket, right? And they are the new prophets, and we follow them. Oh well, I mean, for many decades, we have been following these celebrities as our prophets, right? Where the fuck it is? Let's just stick to like real prophets, right? Yeah, real prophets. Mm, you would think that a prophet comes, right? Some sort of a figure who is beyond the fucking human capabilities, right? I'm not talking about some fucking alien machine comes down from the fucking skies. I'm talking about a human who becomes a leader, not in the face of war or nuclear weapons or any of their climate change. That fucking bullshit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck about any of those. Not on this podcast. I do not. When I say a prophet who becomes the ultimate human being who figures out figures out how to achieve that transition from the monkey to that alien self back to our true self. Forget how to live life on this fucking planet. We all know that. We all know the fucking Ten Commandments and all that. Ah, that's a fucking basic shit. All right? If you don't know the basic shit by now, well, I'm sorry. Yeah. On this podcast, I'm going to try to leave a bow. Okay? Not, I'm not going to solve your fucking problems of space fucking travel. I'm talking about beyond human senses. There are, I believe, realms. And these are not only realms that are created by our own fucking minds when we are high on something. No. No, 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 no. These are real. And that's where we actually exist, or we existed before we came through Genesis, the human body, to this fucking world to suffer or to enjoy or be miserable or you name it. Be the fucking Bill Clinton, be the fucking whatever, or be the fucking, when in essence, we are just trying to figure out whether there is another reality to this fucking reality. I believe there is. And that's what we need to figure the fuck out. And I think this all connects to. This all connects to one thing, and that is that we live in these three dimensions in time through our physical body, through our misery, through our joy, through our pain, and through our dance and music, laughs, and yet we don't realize that there is something else to that reality. And that reality, again, is where we truly belong, unless and until we live enough years in that reality. and then we figure out something else. And when I say things are connected, just just imagine. Just fucking imagine. I don't want to like give you another fucking point on what I said last time. When I said you monkeys have some technology to go to the orbit of this fucking planet does not mean you are going to go to another fucking planet outside our solar system. All right? The only way that you could possibly achieve that, no, if I tell you, and this is exactly what I'm telling you, is whoever started this whole fucking thing called the fucking universe, I beat that whole topic to death many times. Why we have distances between these planets. Well, let me tell you something. You human evolved monkeys. Sorry. But you have been searching for aliens and you've been trying to fucking receive a signal. How about the fucking distances, you fucking stupid monkeys? How is it? Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't mean to come down to this fucking planet Earth. Let me tell you something. You, every fucking night, right? You go to fucking sleep, try to figure out why we are alone in this fucking universe. Or, yeah, I told you. Listen to my last fucking podcast. I told you why or why not. I'll do another one. So I can explain it to you in a layman's term what it means. Aliens is what's our biggest hype. Oh, AI, I'm not fucking concerned about AI. Okay, let me just stick to the fucking point. You know why? Because if and if with the possibility of, in my mind, possibility of more than 60%, this other realm exists. This other reality exists beyond ours. So what does that mean? That means we have to be able to navigate this fucking other realm, right? I'm not talking about this other realm being fucking the red planet Mars, where we have to have oxygen and the suit. so we can protect ourselves from fucking solar flares and where the fuck it is, right? And the temperature. I'm not talking about that. Now, just imagine you are in another completely different reality. But if you like, well, maybe it's not your body, but maybe you, in your essence, you are something in that fucking dimension. How do you navigate? How do you figure out what to do, where to go? See? See? That's the seed that was given to us by these fucking aliens at the advent of our creation or at Genesis, right? That's the ultimate for us human beings before we die, right? I'm not going to tell you how to achieve that, how to find out as an objective reality. Well, maybe it's not objective because everything in this fucking universe is defined by laws of its own. Now, when you get into that fucking realm and dimension, how are you gonna figure out, huh? How are you gonna figure out how to fucking navigate, right? See, I'm not talking about a science fiction movie. I'm talking about the real, ultimate universe. So, is that what we are? Means we are just here in some sort of transitional mode to buy a ticket to go somewhere else. That could be in a layman human linguistic of explanation. However, that may actually be our real world. And this is just a world of experimentation. Means, did you actually kill someone? Did you actually rob someone? Did you actually fucking do something extremely other fucking stupid thing you did? Or a test or some sort of exam to buy us a ticket to another fucking universe? Well, that's a possibility. And that possibility is that all you had to do is to pump DMT into your fucking brain, whatever it means. Look up DMT. What the fuck DMT is? It's called the spirit molecule. Spirit molecule. Read Rick Strassman's book called the spirit molecule. All right? That may give you an idea. Also, listen to Terence McKenna. If you want to figure out an alternate like means of not living, if you're trying to figure out besides, your emotions, your miseries, your people discriminated you, people abused you, people never accepted you, people, whatever. They thought of you as this fucking whatever. You're fat, you're weak, you're skinny, you're this, you're ugly, you're beautiful, you're this and that. Beyond all this, I'm talking about your race, your fucking skin color. None of that fucking matters. Not in those fucking dimensions. I don't think so. Mm. Now, here's my next question to the fucking aliens who stamped us at Genesis or seeded us, whatever the fuck you call it, seeded us, stamped us with their footprint or in some fucking other alien missionistic language. And I'm going to be actually facing them because here's the thing. If they're going to be making me responsible for all the fucking fucking stupid mistakes I made, including whatever the fuck it is, wasting my fucking time, partying and this and that, right? And whatever. If they're going to make me responsible while they seeded me into this fucking humanoid three-dimensional space and time, well, really? So I was your fucking experiment. Now, when I go back to my own fucking dimension, you're gonna fucking fail me? What was this, like a blind, folded fucking experiment? Yeah, see that? Yeah, well, that's when I'm gonna face the fucking aliens, or my own people in that fucking dimension. Sorry, I didn't mean to be too negative or cynical, right? But there's a possibility. If I'm seated to be, I am, means my life was printed before I was born. Well, then means if there are aliens who know the future, means they know my future ahead of I know, means somebody knows my future already. So what does that fucking mean? So there's somebody who is more knowledgeable. Well, it's not only knowledgeable. If somebody knows my future or your future, ahead of you living that futuristic experience. Well, that's a problem, right? So that means then we are the fucking guinea pig of an experiment for some sort of an alien being who is going to make fucking fun of us. Even when we figure out and find out that other dimension. If that's the case, then we have to equip ourselves, right? What are we? What are you talking about, sir? I'm talking about like if that scenario occurs, and if I get into that fucking realm, however I figure it out, right? I'm not talking about your fucking human miseries. I don't give a fuck on this podcast. All right. So then what am I going to do? I'm going to say, well, blame yourselves. Yeah. That would be my, act of kindness towards those fucking beings. How about that? So, I hope you all got my point. This is my introduction to, I think, my foray into the other dimensions through my mind. And those other dimensions are yet to be discovered. No fucking idea. How, if I find those dimensions, even for 20 minutes, how am I going to navigate through there? Because all my human experiences are going to be on the fucking screen. So I gotta be brave enough to say, oh yeah, I live this fucking life. What do you want me to do? Huh? What the fuck you want me to do? Without being angry? Hmm? Does logic apply in that fucking dimension? Well, if it does, then I'm going to say, yeah, I mean, yeah, I live this fucking life. I'm living this fucking life. What the fuck you want me to do? You know? So that should be, I think, the attitude of a human as you and me, as some sort of advanced form of monkeys, chimpanzees, who are given this fucking planet, and then they are told, they put you here, gazillion miles away. Okay, let's time out. That's not what I was trying to discuss. What I was trying to discuss was that fuck all of that. That's the fucking physical dimensions, physical world. I'm talking about some other world. There is a world that's beyond, not beyond. Because when I say beyond, they're going to say, oh, is that the fucking heaven or hell? No, this is heaven or hell. This is fucking heaven or hell. Heaven for a lot of people, and also hell for a lot of other people. All right. So there we go. The dimensions beyond, from beyond, it's above this stupidity, this suffering, this whatever you call it, joy, this like human like experience, that other experiences beyond this. So let's just end it here, and I presume you all had a great weekend. I'll see you all next weekend or Monday.